Okay, class, I want to demonstrate how we can begin to record and edit our products, our projects. Now, I've given you, by way of getting in touch with the OIT department, access to Adobe Audition. Some people will always report they can't figure it out and it's too much and it installs, and it's fine. There is a simple audio editing and recording software called Audacity. It's free. You can get it here on the internet at this webpage right here. You'll download it. Try to just download it direct. Don't use the little weird download helper. You can just download it, install it. It takes seconds. And it works on, again, both Mac computers and Windows PCs. Once you launch it, this is what it will look like. This is kind of the start page. And you'll have here the transport with pause, play, stop, rewind, fast forward, record, and loop. You'll have your tool box. This is your selection tool. This is your envelope tool. We'll talk about that. Here's your draw tool. And here's your multi-tool, which kind of, if you use this tool, you get all of these tools kind of rolled in one, depending on what you're doing. You'll be able to zoom in and out, and you'll be able to make this fit the width area, or you'll be able to fit the project area, and then you can zoom and toggle in and out very quickly. You'll be able to trim audio outside of the selection, or you'll be able to add silence to audio. All right, here's your do and undo areas, or redo and undo, and your audio setup. We're going to get past this. We're not going to worry about these areas. So anyhow, here shows the record meter, and this is your playback meter. So this is what's going in, or the input meter, and this is what's coming out. And you can adjust so that you can have a maximum record level or a minimum record level, right? So that you don't record too high. I'm going to put mine at like 60. You know what? I think I'll put it at 70. And the playback level, I don't care where that is. Now, let's go to audio setup. Audio setup is basically where you choose right now the recording device that you want to use. You see this all the time when you're recording with Zoom or Teams calls. And so we just want to pick a microphone. I'm going to use the microphone that's built into the computer, the iMac microphone. Okay. And now I want to create my first podcast. Now, for the record, my first podcast is teaching my 4-year-old child the days of the week. I don't have a 4-year-old anymore, but, go with me here. So I'm just going to hit record, and it's going to create a new track. So it says record, then record new track, right? Once I hit that button, you will see it will start to work. Now it's recording in a linear fashion. You see now that my voice is going in on the left channel, and now it's time to do this. So, hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week. Now, there are 7 days of each week. They're Friday and Thursday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, and Saturday. Those are the days of the week in perfect order. I'll hit the space bar and it stops recording. Now, you're probably listening and saying, he said the days of the week all the way wrong. And there's some things that I don't care to have here when I give this to the child to listen to. So let's play it by putting the cursor to create the playhead up here. And then we're going to hit the play button. Now you'll see once I hover over it, it says play. You can either use the space bar or this play button right here. So I'll hit it. Now it's recording in a linear fashion. You see now that my voice is going in on the left channel, and now it's time to do this. So, hello, my 4-year-old child. Okay, I'll hit the space bar, which is basically hitting play again, or now it's hitting stop. And I'm going to find where I actually start the lesson. So, This is where it looks like it starts.
Hello, my.
That's where I want it to start. So all of this behind, I will just take my mouse, click on it, highlight it, and I'm going to delete that. And now,
hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week.
Now, I want to tighten this up. And I'm going to highlight that, delete that.
I want to teach you the days of the week.
And I'm going to highlight this, tighten that up.
Now, there are 7 days of each week. They're Friday and...
I don't think I care for there. I'll get rid of that.
Friday and Thursday.
All right, so I got a problem. Thursday comes before Friday. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to go to Edit and Cut. And then I'm going to come right in front of Friday and hit Edit and Paste. So let's take a listen.
Each week. Thursday, Friday.
All right.
Thursday.
Now, I need to find Monday. We'll start our week with Monday.
Sunday and Saturday.
Is this Monday?
Wednesday.
Nope. Is this Monday?
Monday.
This is Monday. So I'm going to take that, same thing, edit, cut, and I'm going to come right about here and hit paste. Then I'm going to look for Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm going to highlight Tuesday. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to come in the same space roughly, and I'm going to hit paste. Let's take a listen.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
All right, so we got to put Wednesday in here. That's pretty much where we're going to put Wednesday, but let's find it.
Wednesday.
I'm going to take that, do it again, cut.
Thursday.
All right, this is where I want it to go. Paste.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday and Saturday.
Now, if you listen, this is a lot of nothingness. We're going to go here and hit our enable looping for a moment. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm going to hit delete on that. Now I have, this is the loop area that I created, and it's going to keep playing that unless I get rid of that loop area. So with a right click, I can go to clear loop. And now I have
Sunday and Saturday.
All right. And I'm going to enable looping again one more time right here. And so I'm going to take and go to edit. I'm going to hit cut. I'm going to come right about here, and I'm going to do a paste here. And that moves my and I'm going to come here to Saturday. Now let's, in fact, just to keep myself honest, we're going to clear the loop. Now I'm going to hit cut. And I'm going to come right here and hit paste. And then I'm going to tighten this up so that Saturday and Sunday are closer by hitting delete. And let's see.
Those are the days of the week in perfect order.
There we go. I'll hit delete. I'll tighten this up a little bit and hit delete. And I'll go here to the end and hit delete. And I'll play it from the beginning.
Hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week. Now, there are 7 days of each week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Sunday, those are the days of the week in perfect order.
Now, there are some things I need to clean up. I moved kind of quickly. But that's basically your simple slip edit. You find what you want to get rid of. You can use the delete function. Then you add, or then you can cut and paste whatever you want. Now, when you paste, it's an insert. That's great. That means it's non-destructive. You're not pasting over top. You're pasting to insert into. Therefore, you can go back and make any additional cuts or deletions that you may choose. Now, what I want to do is I want to accentuate this by adding a new track. We're going to add a stereo track, and then added that below. And what I'll do is I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to import audio. And as I import audio, I'm going to look for a song. I think this may be it. And now we'll play it.
Hello, my
This is 91-second news on Hot 91.
Now it's not in sync. Like this voice, this is the voice from the music track, and this is my voice. So now I can nonlinear edit by just slipping this way. That's me talking. I'll slip it that way. I'll go to the beginning.
This is 91-second news on Hot 91.
Hello, my 4-year-old child.
And now we have the new track in here. Let's just kind of line it up so it all works.
Everything you need to know in just 91 seconds.
This is 91-second news on Hot 91.
Hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week. Now, there are 7 days of each week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the days of the week in perfect order.
Now, I have decided that that's enough for me right there. I'm happy with that. It works. And I'm going to come here to the end. And if you see, my tool has changed. And I'm just going to shorten that down, just like that. All right. Now I feel as if I'm done. And I want to deliver this. But I'll take one more quick listen. Let's tighten this up just a little bit. One more quick listen.
Everything you need to know in just 91 seconds.
This is 91-second news on Hot 91.
Hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week. Now, there are 7 days of each week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the days of the week in perfect order.
All right, so it's over with. Now, let me show you some things that we didn't talk about as of yet. I don't care about the time signature. We're not producing music. But here down the bottom is your counter, so you can see where you are in time. So let's watch that again.
Everything you need to know in just 91 seconds.
This is 91-second news on Hot 91.
Hello, my 4-year-old child. I want to teach you the days of the week. Now, there are 7 days of each week.
So that shows you where you are in time. And in fact, if I just move this here,
Monday, Tuesday,
if I move that to that location,
Monday, Tuesday,
then you can see now I'm making a copy of the selection area.
Everything you
Now I'm going to copy this, or I'm going to make a selection right here. And now that I've highlighted that, it tells me where the selection is and the duration of the selection. So it starts at 11 seconds and it ends at 14. My math tells me that's roughly 3 seconds. That's pretty much what I have right here. All right, I'll get rid of that. So we're finished. We're excited. We love what we have. Everything is exactly what we chose to have. All right. Now, before I go with this, what I might do is I may rename these tracks. So I'll rename track 1, Days of the Week. I'll hit OK. I'll rename track 2, Music. And if, for instance, I had someone I was interviewing and they were, a guest, I may rename that track Guest 1, or maybe their name. And I can continue adding tracks and adding either mono tracks or stereo tracks. Stereo tracks are going to typically be for music, while mono tracks will be for voice. And I'll continue adding those tracks as needed. If I have 3 or 4 different guests, I'd probably add 3 or 4 different tracks. If all my guests could be on one track, meaning maybe they were all coming by way of Zoom, then that's fine too. But if I had an interview with someone that I was going to edit into the production, and then maybe music that I was going to edit in, and then maybe I have some other interview that I could edit in, then all of them would have their own track. So now that I'm done, let's do this. I'm going to save this project. I'm going to save project as, and I'll name it, and the name is going to be Hello Days of the Week. Pick the location where it's going to be, and it's fine for it to be the AUP3 project. That is just the Audacity project. And I hit save. Now I want to deliver my final project to the professor, to Maynard Scales. So I'm going to hit export audio. I want to export to a computer. In fact, I'm going to hit, don't show this again. Export to computer. And now I have some options here. Right? The first option is the format. Like, we can obviously change the name, we can change the location, but the first big option is the format. Now, WAV files are big. I don't want you to deliver me WAV files. Of all the file formats that are available, I would love for you to deliver me MP3 files. MP3 files are a lot easier to email and easier to get, move around data-wise. They will be probably 1/10 of the size of a WAV file. So if a file is 5 megabytes as an MP3, it'll probably be 50 megabytes as a WAV file. Now that it's done, I'm going to hit export. And then I'll go and find that file, and that's the file I will send email to turn in for class. That's a super simple way on using Audacity. And that's all that we need to know about that at this moment.